What's going on, guys? JD's Custom Buggies. Okay, about to begin work on the earth. I got a donor swing arm. She's ugly. This is why I picked her. I've got no other use for it. The bushings on this, I guess I had set it aside before. I had already cut the bushing mounts off, or the the swing arm mounts, I guess, on the swing arm side. Apparently they were all trashed anyway, so I kind of had a plan that I was going to do this for something. But anyway, yanked this thing out of the storage bay and brought it over here. So guess I'll give you a quick synopsis of what I plan on doing, and we'll see what actually happens. Alright, first off, I'm going to turn the camera around. So, first off, my poor Yerfie's got no butt. It's completely off. The jack, the jack just kind of, I had it propped up, and I guess it slowly ran out of juice, or maybe I didn't turn the handle hard enough. But anyway, here's our swing arm. Like I said, the mounts are already cut off of it. So, basically what I plan on doing is, I already got my tubing sized up. So that is a 3/4 inch bung. That's going to accommodate my heim joint. I'm going to take a measurement and see. My goal is I want to come 3 inches off the front of the swing arm, or extend it 3 inches. I haven't quite thought about how I want to go from the round to our squarish, flattish stuff here. So I'm going to figure that out next. It's going to be a little tough. In the past I've done it, it's been easier because I've used all flat stuff to do it. So what's going to happen is the old mounts were right about here, and now they're going to be 3 inches off of here. That'll lengthen my wheelbase. I like the ride better. It lets me accommodate longer shocks, so everything works good there. Next, these tubes here are, I've broken both of them at the same time, actually, on a ride. So we need to figure out a way to reinforce this. This isn't the strongest material in the world. It's one in, I believe it's 1 by, if that's 089 tubing, I'd be lucky. It's a fairly light swing arm, so I doubt it. So in the past, what I did when I broke the last swing arm, I actually took angle iron and then notched it and made these bends. It was ugly, but it was sufficient and it worked, because where my swing arm broke in that last race was right here. So then we're going to figure out a way to reinforce these two all the way down. The other thing we're going to do is reinforce the hangers. The last swing arm I had, I actually took flat stock and welded all the way around. I'm almost toying with the idea of maybe plating the inside of it, making the inside thicker. I don't think it's going to affect anything. I'm really not trying to make this as heavy as possible. That battery tray is going to go, so that's getting cut off. Not that that's any weight. The other trouble spot on these swing arms are back here. Literally they crack right there, so we're going to make some gussets. We're going to gusset this in. Probably going to tie some gussets up here. Going to make a hump here for my velocity stack to give me room to work, and then we're going to cut out the middle. Some of you guys who've been following me or whatnot on Facebook, and you've seen me do this before, so that's all going to get taken in, or get it pretty much put in there. The one other idea I'm toying with is I would like to put a cross member here. I don't want to weld it in, so I might put a bolt-in deal, and that's basically because there's no support from that cross member back, and it makes me wonder, because the axle is behind that cross member, how much flex you get. And so what I'm thinking about doing is kind of making a bumper and a rear bumper, and just have it bolt in. And what that really is going to serve the purpose for is to keep this from flexing. Keep it, when I'm, the way we race on the track, you're throwing it into a turn. There's a lot of stress on the rear end when we're going through the turn, because of the solid axle and everything. So I can only imagine how much that this might be going through. So it doesn't really need to be heavy duty, because obviously there was nothing there before, but I just want to keep it from, keep it spread apart where it needs to be, or where it should be. So that's most of that plan. The other thing I plan on doing is, of course, this is going to have to be reinforced, and I'm probably going to run angle along the top of here because this has been known to crack through here, and then figure out, I'm probably going to make that mount thicker, right here. And part of me actually just wants to run one solid piece of flat stock across the top of that. I don't really think it's an issue. It might even work out better that way. I just thought of that now on the fly, but I might do that. The other thing we're going to do is all this is going to get reinforced in here. We want to keep these engine mounts from moving back and forth, and then, like I said, somehow I can't do it from the inside, but I got to do it from the outside. But if I do that, I have to consider that either I've got to go find a longer motor mount bolt, or not mess with the actual, it would have to go around this or reinforce it without changing the distance from hole to hole. Where it broke before was above there, so I don't think that the hole is actually the issue. It's kind of stamped right there. I was surprised that it broke there to begin with, but it was the one place I did not reinforce it before. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. It's about 8 o'clock right now. I'd like to sink an hour into this. It's been a long day. Those of you who don't know, I come here in the afternoons. It's a part-time deal because I have another business that I'm basically up at 4 in the morning most of the time. So this is one of those days, but again, time is ticking. So I have a lot to do on a lot of different projects by race weekend. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get to work, and we'll see what we got by the end of the night. So I'm going to cap it off with these 2 pieces of 1/4 inch flat bar. And then cut my tubing, figure out a way to make sure it's straight. I'm going to weld it as 1/4 inch instead of blending it into the original swing arm. figure out the next step. Alright. This extra flat bar here is just basically to keep everything straight. We look pretty good. Alright, well, I've got two broken bandsaw blades, so I think I'm going to call it a night. I really don't feel like changing them right now. And I had a friend call in between the time the camera was off. So that kind of ate up a little bit of time, and it's getting a little late, so let's check out what I got so far. Yeah, tomorrow when I get to the shop, I'll change the blades in the bandsaw, and excuse me, and so I get some nice flat clean cuts. But I'll probably take this over to the buggy just to kind of see where I get lined up at, and what I'll probably end up doing, just to be sure, is actually weld the bungs in that piece of tubing over there. You know, after I plan on cutting myself 2 3-inch sections, weld the bung in, stick the heim in the bung, put them up to the frame and mount them. And then what I'll do is basically kind of see where I'm at, and I might weld it while it's on the buggy, just to be. So I'm basically freehanding this at this point. I haven't taken a tape measure to it yet. I'm just kind of going off the lines of the swing arm. It's a little different than every other one I've done. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hit the like button. Hopefully you guys are enjoying or learning or whatever it is that you do. And yeah, I'm tired. Hit the subscribe button. 500 subscribers, I'm going to give complete CBT system away. And in fact, I can't wait that long, so stay tuned, because there's going to be a couple giveaways between a couple little things between here and there to get us there. But you know, anybody you think would be interested in this kind of thing, have them subscribe, bring your friends, family, kids, and till tomorrow. See ya.